Hello and welcome to Will Watches. This is Star Wars Visions Season 2, Episode 3. This one I'm really looking forward to. I saw it in the trailer and it looked really cool. I can't quite tell if it is actually stop motion or if it is CG to imitate stop motion. I'm expecting the Aardman one to actually be stop motion, but I'm not sure of this. But it did look really cool. This is by Studio Punk Robot, a Chilean studio, which is cool. I'm really looking forward to this just because of the art style. Really, let's see what the story has for us as well. So before we jump into this, be sure to check out the Patreon page. Over there you can find early access, a full-length timer-based version of this where you sync up your own footage and you can watch along with me. And there's also polls so you can vote for what's next. So yeah, let's just jump right in. Yeah, immediately the art style for this one just looks amazing. Obviously there's some digital elements, but I can't tell if it's all digital or if there is some stop motion mixed with digital here. And this is titled Into the Stars. He wants to go into the stars. Oh, okay. Really inhospitable planet. The level of detail in this is just crazy. It all looks so real and like tactile. And then that shot there looks like tilt shift photography is trying to imitate. Wants the Force but doesn't know how to use it yet or doesn't have it yet.
Had it.
No, sister. It almost had you.
Okay, so two sisters. Oh. And like cave paintings, their way to tell stories.
Mom had a great strength. She always said that we had it too.
Okay, so yeah, they will be able to use the Force if they train it.
There's fears that deep into the heart of our land.
I love the texture of the rock behind this as well.
They poison our world.
Yeah, it's kind of like nature versus global warming kind of thing.
She should have stayed.
But she had to.
I love her design as well, the older sister. So
She was very strong.
she armed a rebellion. Loving this music as well.
Mom became a star.
Ah, she believes they become stars. That's why she was looking up at the star earlier.
Now she's up there, looking down on us from the sky.
See, they want to go into the stars, but they're not going to die here. That's why it's called Into the Stars, you know?
She cannot see us anymore. We are alone.
But we're not alone.
I know a lot of these episodes, they come with extras as well that show some of the behind the scenes. I definitely want to check that out for this one to see if it was stop motion or not. Or if it's just like really good emulation of the stop motion effect.
I will get more.
Oh, that's great. They're really, like in the photography, they're really leaning into it looking like miniatures. You know, with tilt shift photography and like the blurs and things.
I'm going to beat them all. Ha!
Oh, actually got one up on her. Don't go breaking the ore though. The design of this like race that they are is cool too, with these different horns. See, yeah, that looks so like tactile and real. Like her sneaking in through that grate. But it's just so like detailed. This is insane. Even if it is all digital, the amount of work that had to go into this, you know? Oh, she came into and got caught, of course.
Why can't you do as you're told?
Stop right there.
I like how this is, you know, it's either stop motion or stop motion effect, but it's more like action based, which I was really looking forward to with this one, because the Aardman episode, it seemed a bit more like tame. It's not like as actiony. I wanted to see how the action would work in this style.
I thought there were none of them left.
Oh, they haven't just wiped out the entire race, have they?
Let's get out of here.
Is there a way they can sabotage it and just spear all the water everywhere? Can she actually do it? Love this, just, yeah, everything's gone silent, just that little bit of music. Use the force to catch her. Yeah, she's gonna reach down for her. Oh, that was cool, the ripple. This music is great. Just like her mother. Oh, it was behind. I was thinking, yeah, they're not doing much to the AT-AT. Is it an AT-AT? I might be saying the wrong one there. But is that all the fresh water gone now? Back into the contaminated water? That might not be the best outcome here.
Look!
Yeah, they can see all the stars again.
So happy and bright.
You were right. We will never be alone.
Okay, so a lot of these episodes, there's also extras on Disney Plus that have like a behind the scenes, and I would definitely want to check that out for this episode, just because I'm really interested to see how they made it.
That really hits all the notes, from family to an oppressed minority rising up to face a colonial oppression.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that, all the colonial overtones.
Respected what we wanted to tell and helped us to create the best story possible.
Oh, so there are little figures there.
Punk Robot are this incredible studio whose passion comes through so much.
Okay, I saw some like models on the computers there, but there are some physical models on the table there too.
They are the only survivors of an imperial invasion. The mother was killed by the empire.
I mean, the whole design like of this episode really stands out.
Teníamos algunas cosas preconcebidas, que es el uso de instrumentos latinoamericanos, que nosotros sabíamos que es lo que finalmente nos iba a darle.
Okay, yeah, another cool detail that you'd never know without watching this.
To try new things with the 3D animation.
El equipo tuvo como esta idea de lograr realmente como tener...
Yeah, the feel, it's all very tactile.
Para transmitir las texturas, realmente se tienen que traspasar esas texturas al 3D.
Me gusta mucho que emular un poco el trabajo.
Yeah, so it is, I mean, there are physical models, but it's emulating stop motion. You can see that in like the frame rate of the characters. You could see it was like 12 or maybe 7 frames a second.
Working with the original designs, you know, the troopers, and give them a new look.
Yeah, stylizing it and making it unique for themselves.
For example, the facial painting and the clothing.
Yo tomo muy personal como la relación que tienen con Teniente Chino.
It's great how they can incorporate their culture into it, bring this culture into Star Wars.
But actually it's because she's dealing with a giant fear of losing Tichina.
Yeah. I love Tichina's design as well.
Because it was the same way that the original nations in Patagonia, they leave marks in the stones.
Yeah, there's something you see a lot, like the handprints on things.
in the stars, characters do not know about the Force. They have no idea what they are dealing with.
Yeah, I love that. They use that in some other episodes as well, where they don't know what the Force is, or they have different words and different ways they interpret the Force, you know? Okay, so that was Star Wars Visions. Season 2, Episode 3, that was another great one. I don't think Season 2 has had any misses yet. That I really enjoyed that. Great animation. It just looked gorgeous, you know. You can just tell how much heart and soul went into this, and then all the influences of them being Chilean, them incorporating their own culture into it. I do think there's maybe a bit much exposition at the start. They could have made the exposition a bit more natural. I did like having like the 2D animated bit. Maybe they could have even had that without the narration, so it just told the story through that, like a silent film, through that 2D, the, you know, drawing on the rock. That would be cool. Maybe it just felt maybe a bit too much, but of course it's such a short episode, you need to catch the audience up on that. And of course the kind of anti-colonial messaging, very prevalent and obvious here, and also the message of, like, you know, the natives being connected with nature, like Ticino was, and then how the oppressors, they're coming in, they're destroying the nature, they're poisoning the water, they only want, they're like allowing themselves to have the fresh water but no one else to have the clean water. This bond between the two sisters worked really well here. I definitely felt like the emotional connection, and that moment where she was about to be dropped and the music kind of faded away, all the sound effects faded away. It was just that like really low music that was really good, really emotional moment there. I really enjoyed that. Well, of course you could tell what was going to happen. She's going to reach down and use the Force to save her, but it was still a really cool moment, even if it was maybe a bit predictable. I just loved all of the character designs and the settings and the environments for this episode, and just the detail of it is really impressive from an animation standpoint, especially with how well they can like emulate the stop motion effect, because they did have like the physical models which they probably had like scanned and put into the computer, and then they animate from there. But it was still all just like super impressive, and seeing the behind the scenes just shows even more how impressive it was. This was a really great episode. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, consider leaving a like or a comment. And if you really loved it, be sure to subscribe so you can keep up to date in all the future episodes. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.